I'm really struggling now. I don't know, I just feel like delirious. Yo, and welcome back to Danscapes. I hope you're all doing very well. In today's episode, I'm going to show you a new bit of exercise kit that I bought and also a little challenge that I've set myself over the festive period. So I have bought the Wahoo Kickr Move. This is the top end of the direct-to-bike mount trainers. So you'll remove your back wheel from your bike and then attach it on here. So I've got set up with a 12-speed cassette. It originally comes with 11 speed, but I've put a 12 speed to match my bike and my partner's bike, which is behind me. The good thing with this is it has a locking mechanism, and when you unlock that, it moves back and forth, and it has a lot more movement side to side. Obviously, I haven't got the legs out at the moment. So I'm gonna set myself a challenge and see what it's like to do a long distance on the Wahoo Kickr Move. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is test this Wahoo Kickr out, well, the Kickr Move, by doing 500 kilometers. So it's the Festive 500 period. So today is the 24th. And if you don't know what the Festive 500 is Rapha puts on this event every year during the Christmas period. So between the 24th and the 31st, it challenges people to do 500 kilometers. Some people try and do it in one day. I would like to say I'd be able to do that, but I don't think I've got enough time. But I'm gonna do it solely on the Wahoo Kickr. So even if I do a ride outside, that's not gonna count. It's only gonna count 500 kilometers once I've done it on the Wahoo indoor trainer. Got my Wahoo up here so I can see the distance and see what watts I'm doing, also what distance, speed I'm doing as well. So, and also I've got my Wahoo heart rate monitor connected up so you can see what heart rate I'm at. Probably for a lot of the time I'll try and stick in zone 2, get that zone 2 cardio going. But those last 2 days, I'm gonna have to try and bang out like another, I don't know if I could do 100k in one evening on the 26th to bring it down to 360. I'm gonna have to try and do like 100 miles in one day. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, this is long. All right, so I finished the first bit of run on the 24th, so I've only done 50k today. So that was 30 miles on here, but feeling it, my legs are kind of burning. Also, I've been saying this for a long time, but I need a bike fit on this bike because it's just not that comfortable on long journeys, especially when I'm out on the road. I have lowered the saddle while riding here today, just because I've noticed I was probably overextending my foot. So that's quite nice that I managed to figure that out. But actually this setup's not bad because it's got a little bit of movement in it, and I quite like that. As I tried to ride it static and it felt a bit odd, but because you got that little bit of movement, it feels a little bit more natural. And it's actually quite nice watching a film because you just take your mind off of things and you're just watching this film. I don't know when I'm gonna get on the bike next, probably on Boxing Day, which is the 26th, and I'm gonna try and see how many, maybe do the same, do another 2-hour ride, so that's 100k off. And then the following days I'm gonna try and snap through. I'm working the 27th, 28th, so it'll have to be another evening job, so probably another 2 hours. So again, another 100k, but then I've got a few chunk days off towards the 31st, so hopefully when I wake up on those days I can just crack out some long mileage and line up some films that I'm going to go watch. I don't know if I'm going to do anything like Swift or Ruby. I think keeping it pretty chill like this is pretty nice, and taking my mind off things by watching a film is probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, look how sweaty I am, glistening. It's very nice. But yeah, day 1 done of Festive 500 on the turbo trainer. Okay, so it's day 2 of trying to do 500 kilometers on the turbo trainer. So I missed 25th. I went for an actual ride that day. I put a video up about that. And then 26th, I was gonna try and come home and do some, but I got home quite late because we went out that day. And so today is the 27th. I had to go work today, so come back now. I'm gonna try and bang out as much as possible because I'm working again tomorrow on the 28th. And then I'll have a few days off till the 31st. All right, so this time I'm gonna put some butt cream, some chamois cream on there, and hopefully this will work better. Just make it a bit less comfortable because I'm going to be on the saddle for a while. Let me know if you've got any recommendations for chamois cream. It'd be good to try some out. All right, so I've been riding for a little bit now. How long have I been going? 19 minutes. My kph has dropped massively. I'm pretty tired, so I'm trying to keep my heart rate down as well, not go too high. So I'm at 145 BPM at the moment. Only done 7k, so I've got a long way to go, which seems like, obviously if I push faster, I'll be able to go further, but I'm just too tired. But here's my setup. I've got electrolytes in this one, mini fan blowing cold air on me, Rice Krispie bar. It's the film I'm about to watch, 65 it's called, with Adam Driver. I've got another bottle, chamois cream, and I'm going to turn my Wahoo upside down so I don't look at any stats. I don't want to be reminded of what's going on. So I'm about an hour in, knackered. Only done about 25 kilometers, so means I'm around 25 kph. This is tough. I want to go slower, but I'm kind of in my mind, I'm like, I want to get more of the mileage in, so I'm trying to push a little bit faster just so that I can hit that 100k, but I think the way it's going at the moment, I'm not going to make 100k today. So I'm having a little rest. I got to 50k, so that means I've done 100k. I've only got 400 left to do for the Festive 500. Seems like I'm never going to finish this challenge. It's just taking forever. So I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, whether I'm going to do another 50 or do like an hour and do half of that, like do 25 and then maybe spend the other day doing a long one. It is actually quite tiring just being on this turbo trainer. I know it's good for fitness and I can shut off by watching a film. I'm watching a series at the moment, so I finished one film. I'm now on to Senna, which is about the Formula 1 driver, so I'm watching that now. It's quite good. And then, yeah, it's 9:45 and I've still got to do quite a lot of chores before I go to bed, so probably I don't want to say I'm going to do an hour, probably about half an hour, to see what I can do. So, decided to keep going to finish the end of Senna, because I was like, oh, I'm quite into that, so finished that episode, the first episode, and what am I at now? Nearly at 60k, so pretty sweaty. My stats for the 27th were 60 kilometers, was riding for 2 hours and 34 minutes and 33 seconds, had 23.3 average. Oh god, my max is 29. Wasn't really pushing it, to be honest. I'm done. I'm gonna go massage my legs, have a shower, and then go to bed. Actually, I need to take the rubbish out. Oh god, so much to do. Day 3 of trying to do the Festive 500 on a turbo trainer, and we've got 390 kilometers left to go. So I'm gonna try and bang out 90 kilometers tonight. I've just got back from work, and I'm gonna be tired. I'm not gonna be honest, yesterday's ride left me quite fatigued in the legs. The ride into work this morning wasn't the best. So, and then I rode back again, took it really slow. So it might take me a very long time. I might be up till like 12 o'clock trying to do this one tonight, because it's now 7:32. And yeah, we're gonna see what time we finish. So I've done 60k. That was in under 3 hours. I think yesterday I did 60k in 3 hours. So a little bit faster, 6 minutes faster. So 2 hours 54. I've got another 30k to do by the end of the night. So that will put me to around, well, depends what time I start. I'm gonna have a little bit of a rest now just to kind of massage the legs.
probably closer to 1. So if I start at 11:15, probably about 12:45. I'm starting to doubt this challenge, to be honest. Why did I decide to do 500k on a turbo trainer? I think when you're outside, it's fine because you just forget, and because you're going places, you're seeing different sceneries, it's a lot easier. Here, even though I'm watching a film, you start feeling those niggles and pains, and you're just like, oh God. And I think this is a key takeaway from this experience. I think this bike is definitely not set up for me. I think there's a lot that can be done in terms of getting a proper bike fit. Maybe even a shorter crank. I'm probably running a 172.5. Could probably go down to a 170. Maybe potentially a 165. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but hey ho. Could give it a try.
88k to go. 88k? 2k to go. You can see on the screen there. It's trying to find focus on me. But almost there. And tomorrow is going to be a tough day as well. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm gonna head to the shops, pick up some stuff, I think, just to help me. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna die here. So I want to make sure I've got enough food, water, supplies. I've run out of Sturka bars, which is probably a good thing because they're very sugary, very sweet, and I shouldn't be having them this late at night. Alright. I'm gonna warm down.
So I'm trying to be quiet because my partner's asleep and she's on nights at the moment. So hopefully this doesn't wake her up. If it does, I will stop training and carry on tomorrow, I guess, or in the evening when she goes to work. Just go through the night, go into the same pattern as her. But the aim is to try and do as much as possible. If I can get to that elusive 200k, I will. If not, I'll try and get as much over 100 kilometers as possible. So it's going to be a long old day. I started a bit later than I should have. I woke up late. I couldn't be bothered to. I was pretty knackered after yesterday's effort, and my legs are feeling it today. It's the 29th. I've got 300k to go. I guess let's just start this thing.
I'm 86k in, 86.6 actually. This is tough. I don't know if I can keep going on. I'll see how I feel when I get to 100k, whether I want to carry on. And then hopefully that will put me at 200 left. But trying to do 200 in a day after the weight I feel, probably not wise. And I don't think I could do it. Also, I'm running out of films. I'm on the second Hobbit now, well, third Hobbit now. Finished the first one last night. Finished the first one. Now I'm on the second. Third. Oh, see, I can't think straight. I feel like I'm dying. Well, I don't feel like I'm dying. I feel like I could just give up. I'm really struggling now. It's just horrible. I don't know why I'm doing this. What am I? I'm at 116k in, and my average is dropping way down. I haven't got speed to keep going. But I'm gonna keep on trudging. I can't believe I've still been going. It's just pure resilience. Slowed down massively again, but 400 meters away of doing 140 kilometers today. It's painful. Every pedal stroke is just painful. My sit bones hurt. My knees. Just everything hurts. And tomorrow I'm going to try and complete 160k. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will do it. My God.
140k down. That was horrible. Day 5 of riding this turbo trainer. Obviously 4 days in a row I've been riding, and yeah, it's getting hard, getting tough. And I'm gonna try and complete 160k today, just to finish this whole challenge. Okay, so I'm about 40k in, 120k to go. I'm sweating a lot. I've gone through 2 bottles of drink already. Don't know why I'm sweating more than usual. Can't speak enough. Luckily, one thing that has settled down is my knee. And that's a big issue that I thought I figured out while using the turbo trainer, is that I was getting knee pain because my saddle was too high. So I've lowered it quite a bit actually, quite a few centimeters. And now I'm feeling comfort. Not really feeling pain in my knee at all now, so that's something I've learned from this experience. I've stopped at 70k and just, I don't know, I just feel like delirious. I can't do it. I don't know. We'll see.
Are you okay? You don't look too good.
Don't feel great.
You're gonna get back on the bike?
I have to.
Okay. I'm gonna leave you now.
Now, I've managed to push on. Had to change my top as well, because it was drenched in sweat. I quite like the long sleeve because it catches all the sweat dripping off me, so it's not a puddle of mess on the floor. Almost there, I'm at 100k now, 60k to go. I want to keep pushing all I can today. Even if I don't make it, means I'll only have a little bit to do tomorrow. This is probably one of the hardest challenges I've had to do this year. And, you know, respect to everyone who completed the 500k. Now approaching, well, past 110. I'm at 112 now. And my knee is starting to hurt. So that's why I've elevated it onto the handlebars. So I'm just stretching it out. And then, yeah. I think I'm gonna go to 120 tonight. Have something good to eat. Go to bed early for once, because every night I've been finishing at near midnight or after midnight, and it's probably not great. So hopefully get some decent sleep and finish the last 40k on New Year's Eve. Today is the last day. 40k left to do. Technically, I've already completed the Festive 500 because I did that 42k on Christmas Day, but we're not counting that. It's 500k purely on the turbo trainer. Actually, I found it super hard to ride on the turbo trainer. I found I'm a lot more fatigued, and I was Googling last night because I couldn't sleep very well last night. I think I was anxious because I was like, I should have completed it. In my head, I was like, I could have kept going, and I decided not to. But yeah, kind of feel a bit of, unfulfillment that I didn't complete it last night, which is really playing on my head, and I couldn't sleep because of it last night, which is annoying. And then I started Googling, is turbo trainer harder than riding out in real life? And a lot of people were saying it was, because, especially on Reddit, they were saying because of the resistance. Obviously, you can't coast, you got that constant flywheel that you need to drive around, that it can be quite intense, and I am feeling it. Like, my legs are dying, and I just really don't want to get on this bike today because everything hurts. My sit bones hurt, my think I'm sore down there as well, and my legs are on fire. So I finished. I wasn't even recording. I did the whole sprint to the finish. I forgot to press record. But I'm past 40 now. I'm just gonna add 1K on top of it. I managed to finish 40 at 1:55. So a little under 2 hours non-stop riding. God. Spent a lot of time on the bike, pretty close to 24 hours actually, maybe even more than 24 hours. So slow. .1 stop. Festive 500 complete. Oh god, it's over. That was horrible. Horrible. So yes, I completed the Festive 500 on the turbo trainer and it was super hard. I found it very difficult and at times mentally fatiguing. And I think that's the big thing with the turbo trainer. One, there's quite a bit of resistance trying to generate a movement on the flywheel, so you do have to put a lot of effort in, and to maintain that as well. It's not like outside where some points you can coast and you're stopping quite frequently because of traffic lights, whereas this you can continuously go for like hours on end as long as your legs can go. Let me know in the comments below, have you done the Festive 500 on a turbo trainer or out on the road? And if you've done both, which one is harder? And also let me know what kind of turbo trainer you're running at home. Have you looked at the Kickr Move? I know I read some really good reviews about this one. That's why I went for it over the static Kickr, just because I know I'm the type of person that gets quite lazy, and when the weather's bad, I find it really, really hard to go outside. So I want to stay inside, and I've done some other efforts with this. So after the Festive 500 period, I tried like a climbing session, and that was really good because it really puts on some resistance. And also I want to try and pair it up to some sort of app like Zwift or Ruvi just to see how it performs and give that a go, and maybe even subscribe to one of them. Who knows, who knows. I prefer just doing zone 2 and then watching some films. I think that's more my bag, and then hopefully enjoying the outside and exploring places. But I guess if you're training for an event, those types of apps are very handy because you can kind of picture the route and then try the elevation as well. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as it helps a lot and I appreciate it so, so much. Happy New Year. Hope you all have a great 2025, and I shall be revealing some big changes that's going to be happening. If you noticed in the background of my videos, there were some boxes, so I'm going to be making an episode about that. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Thank you. Hope you're staying safe, staying positive, having fun, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.
Ready to go. Finesse, recess, finesse, recess. You playing with the best of them.
Beautiful.
I'm better than the rest of them.
Oh my god.
Finesse, recess, finesse, success. You never need to flex, no. Never break a sweat, Just finesse. Yes. I said it. Just finesse.
It's gonna blow up. We're gonna cause a fire.
And you won't disagree.